1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Greetings from the Arcturians and Arcturian 144 here. I don't really want to post right now. As I keep saying, I'm trying to take a break. I'm trying to take a sabbatical. But, somebody important from the spirit world, VIPs in the spirit world or VIPs from the spirit world keep coming to me regarding this Iran, US, Israel war or conflict, and regarding the Strait of Hormuz hostage situation, meaning Iran holding the Strait of Hormuz hostage. And so when, VIPs from the spirit world keeps coming to me with messages, then I'm like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to take a break? How am I supposed to take a sabbatical? How? So, well, I guess a sabbatical means that you can still kind of take an active break. I guess that's what a sabbatical means. It's like an active break. So maybe I can come in and still, post messages if and when there are messages coming through. So these are the VIPs that are coming to me and coming through with this message here from the spirit world. These are the VIPs coming through from the spirit world with this message and for this message. Kofi Annan. Who was Kofi Annan? Former Secretary General of the United Nations. He died in 2018. Okay, and another VIP that's coming through from the spirit world here, also connected to the UN or the United Nations. Hang on, where is she? I was just looking her up as well. Where are you? Did I just lose her? No, hang on. Just give me a second here, guys. There she is. I was getting her because I did not know about this one at all. Like Kofi Annan, okay, yeah, I've heard of him, but this one I had no idea she even existed. So I was actually being given her name in my mind, like, the spelling of her name and the pronunciation, like I was getting Hansa, and I was getting the pronunciation Hansa with it, I think. And then I looked up that name connected to the UN, connected to the United Nations. And this is who she is. Hansa Mehta, an Indian reformist and diplomat who served on the UN Human Rights Commission in the late 1940s and is famous for making the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And in brackets here, it says UDHR, gender inclusive, and is famous for making the Universal Declaration of Human Rights gender inclusive by changing the phrasing all men, in quotes, to all human beings. So, is famous for making the Universal Declaration of Human Rights gender inclusive by changing the phrasing all men to all human beings. Hansa Jivraj Mehta was a prominent freedom fighter, educator, and lifelong champion of women's rights. Her major contributions at the United Nations include, and of course, okay, then there's more about her. So that's another one, another UN diplomat, another VIP from the spirit world coming through here. Okay, there's just a little bit more here about her. Hansa Mehta's contributions to women's rights and the UN. Um, it says here her work as a first lady, diplomat, and activist left a profound legacy that continues to inspire movements for justice and equality worldwide. Wow, I didn't even know about her, and she's coming through here with this message as well. Well, I know about her now, and everyone who will watch this video from me will get to know about her as well. If that is, if you didn't know about her like me either, well, now you know. Now you know her. Now I know her, and now you know her too. Hansa Mehta. Okay, I'm actually reading just a little bit more about her now. Shaping the UDHR 1947 to 1948 as India's delegate to the UN Commission on Human Rights. She worked alongside Eleanor Roosevelt. How do you pronounce that? Well, my apologies if I'm mispronouncing the surname here. I think I I think I know, but I'm forgetting the pronunciation right in this moment. Um, to draft the landmark Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Human Beings Amendment, she is universally credited with making the declaration gender inclusive. She successfully argued that the original draft line, all men are born free and equal, be changed to all human beings are born free and equal. Vice chair role. She later served as the vice chair of the UN Human Rights Commission in 1950. So that's a little bit more about her. Her broader legacy. Beyond her UN diplomatic career, Hansa Mehta was a towering figure in independent India. She served as the president of the All India Women's Conference, helped draft the Indian Women's Charter of Rights and become the first female vice chancellor of Baroda University. Because Hansa Mehta is an Indian icon, the permanent mission of India to the UN regularly hosts the annual Dr. Hansa Mehta Memorial Lecture at the UN headquarters to celebrate her life and champion ongoing gender equality. Sorry, I'm looking her up now. So Hansa Mehta, 1897 to 1995, was a pioneering Indian reformist, freedom fighter, educator, and diplomat. She is globally renowned for her vital role in drafting the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, or in brackets, it's UDHR, famously insisting on changing the phrase from all men are born free and equal to all human beings are born free and equal. And of course, the gender inclusive and the gender equality thing with her. Um, Her distinguished career in both domestic and international advocacy highlights several key milestones. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, as one of only two female delegates on the UN Human Rights Commission, working alongside Eleanor. Now, again, is this Roosevelt or Roosevelt? how do you pronounce that? I am forgetting the pronunciation of that surname. Anyway, Mehta served from 1946 to 1948, recognizing that the phrase all men could easily exclude or limit women's rights legally and socially in many parts of the world. She successfully campaigned to update Article 1 to state all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights, not just all men. All human beings would mean changing the phrase from all men to all human beings would include women in there as well, right? So that's what she did. Champion of women's rights. Yeah, so long before her time at the UN, Mehta or Hansa Mehta was a fierce advocate for gender equality. Right. In 1945 to 1946, as president of the All India Women's Conference, or AIWC, she drafted the Indian Women's Charter of Rights. Yeah, she also served on the UN Subcommission on the Status of Women. Okay, so yeah, all right. So I can just, learn more and more about her. Okay, legacy and honor. Legacy and honors. First woman vice chancellor. She became the first woman to head a co-educational university in India, serving as the vice chancellor of Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda in 1949. Okay, anyway, so that's more about her. Awards. She was awarded the Padma Bhushan by the Indian government in 1959. UN commemoration. To recognize her lasting legacy, the UN in New York regularly hosts the annual Dr. Hansa Mehta Memorial Dialogue and Lecture to focus on gender equality and women's empowerment. Yeah, all right. Okay, so that's more about the UN diplomat Hansa Mehta, the Indian UN diplomat Hansa Mehta, who is also coming through with this message from the spirit world. Another VIP coming through from the spirit world with Kofi Annan. Kofi Annan, former Secretary General of the United Nations. Right. That's, something for the introductions. I had a vision, I had a quick vision, or maybe I was astral traveling, and I saw like an African diplomat walking around. I think it was at the UN. That's the sense I had. And I saw this African diplomat walking around, and the sense I got with it was that he was going around to all the Muslim countries, or the representative present from the Muslim countries, the Muslim representatives present at the UN Security Council meeting. Didn't they just have one in July 2026? I mean, I was just looking it up. It is saying here, 3 Muslim majority nations, Bahrain, Pakistan, and Somalia, held seats as voting members of the UN Security Council during the 2026 sessions addressing the Iran conflict. Um, so Bahrain, Pakistan, Somalia, and then additional nations from the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, or OIC, or the Arab League, such as Qatar, Turkey, Egypt, and the United Arab Emirates, also frequently participated in the proceedings under Rule 37 to represent regional mediation efforts or regional blocs. BLOCS blocks. Okay, anyways, yes, so the um what I saw is, this African UN diplomat walking around, and I think the sense I got with it was that he was going around to, all the Muslim countries and the Muslim representatives of those Muslim countries, um, saying hello, and like, that's the sense I got with it. And then I got the name Kofi Annan. So obviously that meant that the spirit of Kofi Annan was coming to me with that message, um, too. I mean, right. And then today, before recording this video message, um, former UN diplomat, Indian UN diplomat, former Indian UN diplomat, Hansa Mehta, I was getting her as well. So in my mind's eye. So in my third eye. So third eye energy center, or third eye chakra. So these two VIPs from the spirit world are coming through with this message for the French president, President Macron. And I'm picking up on his thoughts that the French president, President Macron, you want more proof from me. You're watching, so I'm addressing you directly because you're going to be watching this video message from me too. So this is what I'm picking up, that you want more proof. Oh, so you want more proof, just like NASA and everyone else. You want more proof from me. Everybody just wants more and more proof from me, even though things I was talking about last year on my channel are coming true this year, are playing out in our world this year, to do with this Iran, Israel, US, Middle East being dragged into this Iran, Israel, US conflict and war. This is not enough proof for you. This is still not enough proof for you. You still want more proof from me. Okay. I'm also picking up that you, French President Macron, you want to know, when is this Iran, Israel, Trump, US war conflict will end? But in particular, you want to know, when is the Strait of Hormuz hostage situation, meaning Iran holding the Strait of Hormuz hostage, as I keep saying, situation will end. You want to know when the Strait of Hormuz conflict will end. And you want to know it from me. And what did I say to you in my previous video? That's the thing. You politicians and celebrities watching me, you want me to give you all the information, all the intel, all the wisdom, all the insight, just like that. You want me to hand it over to you on a silver platter without you having to even acknowledge me. And I've already been doing so for years now, for at least a few years. But I'm tired of it. So if you want to know, when will this Strait of Hormuz hostage situation will end? I know the answer to that. But I'm not going to give it to you here anymore. You're gonna have to reach out to me. If you want to know the answer to that, if you want to know when is this Strait of Hormuz hostage situation will end, I have the answer for you. But you're gonna have to reach out to me. You're gonna have to connect with me directly if you want the answer. If not, then that's fine too. Then you will not know the answer to that. And it's your thoughts I'm picking up on. You've been thinking about that and you want to know. And I'm telling you, I have the answer for you. But if you really want to know, you're going to have to connect with me directly and you're going to have to reach out and ask me. And then I'll see. I don't really want to prolong this message any further, so I'll take your leave. Take care. Stay safe if you can. Over and out.